Good morning, everyone. Wait till I fix my hair. My hair's still actually wet for yesterday. Wait till I fix my hair, guys. Ugh. I tidied out this whole area yesterday. Did I leave a brush in it? What a night we had last night. Why is that not playing? There we are. Oh, guys. What a night we had last night. What a terrible, terrible night. I'm going to get into it. Hold on a minute. I put my hair up first because it's terrible. Let me just put this up out the road. Let me just fix this. We'll just leave it like that. There, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Right, I've got a couple of things to say first before I get into this, what happened last night. Hell happened last night. Hell. First thing I'd like to say is thank you so much to lovely Otter ASMR. Remember Otter ASMR that had got the transplant? Remember I had a wee thing up there? She sent me this beautiful card. And in the lovely card she sent me this. Can you see it? Let me see if I can do it like this. Isn't that beautiful and pretty? Thank you so much, Otter. Oh my goodness, it is so gorgeous. Thank you very, very much for sending me that. It's beautiful, my lovely card as well. Thank you very, very much for that. Right, okay, I'll just get into it. I'll just get right into it. So last night I'm lying in my bed. It's 9:15-ish. I think it was 9:15. It was around about that time, 9:15. And Amanda sent me a message, phoned me. And she said, Mum, are you still up? I said, aye. And she said, the Wayne's taking seizures. His eyes are rolling in the back of his head. We've dialed an ambulance. I said, right. I says, I'm coming up there now. So me and Peter gets ready and we flies up. And when we got there was an ambulance sitting outside. So I was numb at this point. And I ran. Again, I don't know how I managed it. I ran into Amanda's house. And the paramedics had the Wayne on the bed. He was screaming, which was a good sign for me because it's when when he nearly died, he was silent. He was limp and down in my arms. So the Wayne was screaming, so I took that as a good sign. So I went over and I was kissing his wee head and rubbing his head and talking to him, and he was absolutely burning, guys. He was absolutely burning up. Like really, Jenny, good morning. He was absolutely burning. And I said to the paramedics, I said, he's so hot. And they said, we know. So they said, right, we're going to the hospital. I said, okay. I says, we'll come as well. So the Wayne and his dad went in the ambulance, and me, Amanda and Peter were in my car, following the ambulance through in a state. We were on an absolute state, worried sick. But the thing was, the ambulance never had the lights on. And when it's really bad like that, it's like blue lights. So I says to her, I says, he's stable in there, he's stable in there. Amanda was a terrible state. It was horrible. It was horrible to see Amanda like that as well. So we follows the ambulance anyway, and we gets there. And I dropped Amanda off at the ambulance bit, and then I went and parked the car. So me and Peter decided we were just going to stay there in the car because didn't want to come home and then have to go back kind of thing, and we didn't know what the hell was happening, or we didn't know what was going on. So we sat there for about 4 hours. We sat in the car park waiting and waiting and waiting. And eventually, it was like 1:30 in the morning, they seen the Wayne. And they said that he's either had a virus or he's gone into a virus or something along the kind of lines. And that these seizures, it was like a double seizure or something they called it, something like that. But they checked his chest, and one of his ears as well was a bit, I don't know if it was infected or looked a bit gnarly or whatever. But they gave him a good check anyway, and so he's home. So we never get into like 2 o'clock in the morning. So I've barely slept at all because I'm running adrenaline right now. I couldn't see when I went to my bed last night. I could not get to sleep, even though I felt knackered. I couldn't sleep. And then as soon as I did fall asleep and I opened my eyes this morning, that was it. I couldn't go back to my bed because you know what, you're thinking the bloody worst when stuff like that happens. And they said it's more common than what you think, these kind of things. But see, when you're in that situation, no, I've told you before that I don't speed right. I do not speed. I'm a Sunday drive every day, but I'm telling you guys, I sped yesterday. I don't even know the speed I was going to along that road to get to Amanda's house. Yesterday, it was later at night and there was hardly any cars on the road, but still, I absolutely flew up to Amanda's yesterday to see the rain. Hannah, good morning, good morning. I'm all right, but I think we're absolutely shook up. The wee fella took seizures yesterday. So I don't even know what I feel as if I'm in jet lag here talking to you because I don't even know what the hell I'm saying. Is he watching his granny? He's watching his granny, my angel cake pie. So for me to even see Amanda in the state, oh God, I don't want to cry, do you know what I mean? I don't want to cry because he's okay, and I've seen him this morning and he's talking to you. He talks to me and he goes about with the phone like that, right? He goes about with the phone like this, either like this talking to me, or I'll go on a wacky ride where he's just got the phone like this and he's talking to me, you know, and I'm just getting waved about all over the place. Yes, Gigi, he's okay, but we're still worried sick. We're absolutely worried sick. Amanda's worried. We're all worried sick watching him. He's still, I don't know, Amanda, did they say it was a one-off? They did say it was more common than we think, these kind of things. But he is still warm, but she's giving him his Calpol and stuff like that to keep his, yes, Gigi, at a roasting temperature. When I got there and felt him, he was boiling, and apparently that was him cooler than what he was. He had a very high temperature. He was boiling hot. So even it was a wee shame, guys. Wait till I tell you. See, when he comes back to the car in the middle of the night, and he just had a nappy on, right? Because they'd say don't put pajamas on. Keep him with the pajamas. So he's there and he's in the car seat and he's just got his he's just got his wee nappy on, right? And he just looked like a poor wee soul, do you know what I mean? Sitting there, like, what the hell's happened to me the night? You know, he's been getting prodded and poked and things shoved in his ear and strangers looking at him and all the rest. He just seemed like a poor wee soul. But the day, it looks as if there's nothing ever happened. This morning when I've seen videos of him, it looks as if nothing's ever happened. But that's us. We are going to be. Is it Gigi? See, this is the first time we've experienced anything like this. I've never, with my kids, the only thing I did experience was when Peter was dying in my arms, and that was silent pneumonia he'd caught. And he was limp and he wasn't crying. See, when I went in yesterday and the baby was crying, I took that as a good sign, because see, if they're not crying, that's when you've really got to you really panic. It's my Tingle Pink. I'm glad you got your bath stroke pool. We're going to need a pool live stream. It was terrifying, Hannah. I'm still shook up. Amanda's we're all still shook up like hell, and we're all just wanting to look at him. I just want to look at him, just stare at him all day. That's the way I feel. So Amanda's going to be sending me lots of messages because I'm going to be sitting here worried sick, like, oh my God. But if in doubt, I've got petrol in the car, Amanda. I went and put petrol in the car again. Because I thought, see, if you need me at any point, we can fly through there again. Because that's no bother to get him seen to. But it was so. See, it was like a nightmare. It was like a nightmare, the drive through to the hospital. And it seemed longer. See, where I take is my astrology club. That's where the hospital is, right? And it seemed as if it was just taking forever to get there. But even the seizures, we were talking about like how long the seizures lasted. And see if the seizures last a minute, it feels like 10. It feels like 10 minutes. He is doing better this morning. He's pooing and all that. He's doing his usual manly stuff. see my daughter. Oh God, I'm trying to not to cry because I don't want it to be one of the live streams. To see Amanda the way she was as well broke my heart. And to see my grandson like that. So that was our nightmare last night. That was our absolute nightmare. But when he came out though, he was a poor wee soul too, with just his wee nappy on after getting the ragdolled. Ragdolled with strangers. Yes, you need your mum, Amanda. I'm always here anyway, you know that. And me and Peter in the car. We sat in the car for 4 hours. Do you know what we ended up listening? We ended up listening to talk radio. There you go. That's how riveting it was in the car. Talk radio we were listening to about protesters and all the rest of it. Amanda, look what Otter ASMR sent me. Look, Otter that got the transplant. Isn't that beautiful? She sent me a wee card. Wasn't that lovely? Yes, Gigi, listen, I don't even need to worry today because I know Amanda's going to be watching them like a bloody hawk. But just like that out of nowhere. See, I've never experienced like MD having seizures or anything like that. I've never had that. And I've heard people that have had seizures and it's been a panic situation, but you don't realise how scary it is until it happens to like one of your kids and that. It's and you're like, why you're full of questions, there was questions in my head running a mile a minute going to that hospital because you're looking for some kind of explanation, and sometimes it's just one of the things that happens and there's no explanation really. But Gigi, they said that when his ears looked a bit red or something like that, and he's had this ongoing kind of cough for a while. But they checked his chest and all that. He never got any antibiotics or anything like that. Thank you, Gigi. So that was our night. That was our night. We need to do something good. we need to go. So I'm going to bust into the bloody flavouring. No, I'm not. I'll leave that for Saturday. But it's like I'll sleep the night knowing that he's okay the night. But Amanda, I don't know about you, but I sleep about an hour. I had about an hour sleep and then I was up. I'll show you what I was doing. Be prepared, guys. Be prepared. Wait till you see this beauty. Look at the length of this. Look at the size of this bad boy. Look what I've done. Look, many days. Is that 3 days or something? Look at this. This is what I've been doing. That's what I've been doing. Do you know, even when I was in the car last night, I thought I should have brought my knitting. That's how much a problem the knitting is now. I was like, I should have brought my knitting, and then I've been able to sit here and knit. Just shows you. Oh, see, this is it, Gigi. It happened, and even with Peter with the silent pneumonia, it was so quick. What happened with Peter with the silent pneumonia was I took him down to the doctor, right, and it was this young doctor that I'd never seen before, and he wasn't. He was turning grey. I noticed that his colour was leaving him, and he was shallow breathing and all the rest of it. And this doctor listened to his chest. Now I could hear his chest crackling, right, and I never even had a stethoscope. She said he was fine though, and sent us on our way. Within about an hour of that doctor's appointment, he was lying limp on my couch. See, when I picked him up, he was like that. Like that. And it was just a wee breath in and out like this. This is what he was like, pure grey. I dials an ambulance immediately. I knew that this is it. I'm going to. And he was only like 1 or 2 or something like that, right, at the time. And see, trying to hold an oxygen mask on a 1 or 2-year-old that doesn't know what the hell's happening. They don't know that you're trying to help them, and he was distressed, and it was the most. It was terrible, and it was lights on the whole way through. It was York Hill Hospital in Glasgow. We went to with Peter, and when we got there, I mean, I hadn't cried or anything. I was like on some kind of mode. And we went through there, and they was getting tubes and everything. He was getting everything all put on him, tubes and blood taken and this and that and this and that. And eventually they put him up to a ward. And see, when he fell asleep, I was a smoker at the time, and I had went out and I lit up a cigarette, and I just broke down. That's when it hit me, just everything that had just happened. It was as if I was like running in some kind of autopilot all the way through. So I'd pure deja vu of that yesterday. I had pure deja vu. But the good thing was that the ambulance never had the lights on, because I know if anything would have been happening in that ambulance that was bad, they'd have just blue lighted it the whole way. So, dizzy GG, so it could maybe be something to do with his ear. See, they said it could be something coming on him now, like a virus or something like coming on him that's triggered this. Or it could be something leaving them. See, I've never, as I said, I have no idea anything about seizures whatsoever. I've never experienced it with anybody, so this was terrifying yesterday. See, when she told me his eyes were rolling in the back of his head, that was it. We're in the car, we're going 100 mile an hour up to the house. That's what we're doing. Well, Gigi this morning, he's going about quite the thing. As I say, he was like talking to me like that this morning. He talks like that to me, telling me all about it. He rode in a big Nino, so he's going to have a wee story there anyway that he's been in a Nino before. So he can flex. See, when he's in school and stuff like that, he can flex to the other kids. Oh, I've rode in a Nino. I had my mum and my granny and all that terrified, but I was in the Nino having a good time. But the day kids bounce back, but it's a terrifying reality. I remember, as I say, that with Peter, and I was sitting outside, and I was having a cigarette, and I was crying, and then I looked, and there was a woman over there crying, and there was a guy over there crying, and somebody over there crying. And I thought, this is actually hell. This is what this is. No money in the world. All they people could be millionaires, and it was a children's hospital, so it was their kids. And you don't want to ask other parents what's happened with your kids. You just don't want to ask other people what's happening with their kids. No, because you're being rude or anything, but it's bad. It's a bad situation that we're all in here. And I thought, this is hell on earth. This is actual hell. If there was a hell, that's where it is. It's at kids' hospitals where the parents are, kids are in. Oh, he's going to get loads of hugs and stuff like that. I mean, he's scared the life out of us, so... and I need regular granny updates today. That's what I need. Plenty of granny updates. So the day I'm going to get battered into my knitting. But just think of that. I'm a knitting crazy person now. Look at this. Look at the amount I've knitted. It's so soft though. I couldn't use this as a table runner. It's as soft as anything. This is going to be my nice wee blanket. And it smells good. So I'm going to be doing that today. And I'll be watching Wimbledon because Andy Murray's on Wimbledon. I do love my Wimbledon. So I'm going to go, guys, because I've just had one of the nights. But I love yous all very much. And MD that wants to comment that's maybe had similar experiences or anything like that, or any advice or that, we're always open to things like, because we've, as I say, we've never had MD taking seizures in our life. So it's a new scary thing for us to be watching for. But thank you everybody that's in the side there talking to us and making us all feel better. And I'll be back tomorrow. What day is it? The day it's Thursday, isn't it? So tomorrow's Friday, and then the next day's flavouring day. So I'll be having that. I'll be sitting here taking a heart attack and Saturday and just relaxing with my flavouring like that. Breathe. Thank you, Gigi. Thank you to all of yous. And I love yous all very, very much. And yous are all my bestest friends. And I appreciate yous very, very much. I appreciate yous just being here. So I will be back tomorrow to see yous have the most wonderful day. Yes, my Tingle Pink, if you go for your wee bath, going to let me know how it is. Your bath looks better than mine. Or should I say pool? Yes, my Tingle Pink's got a better pool than me. No, it looks a wee beauty, so it does. It looks a really good pool. But we'll be pool buddies shortly because next week it's meant to be Scorpio again. So thank you everybody anyway for being here, and I love you all so much, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye everyone.